Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana shows now some weakness, but not enough weakness to consider this wave 4 invalid or anything. I think in the previous videos we talked about the potential yellow WXY structure that is unfolding here, which it might do right now, but then it should be finished soon because any sustained break below $21.60 will basically mean that it just topped in 3 waves and new lows are coming. That's why it's so important to wait for 5 waves up for a reliable setup, because then we get 5 waves up, and after 5 waves up, we have a higher likelihood that in any pullback, in a 3-wave pullback, a higher low is holding. Unless we get 5 waves up, there is always the risk of breaking early. And with 5 waves up, we at least have a reliable impulse that we can then use to look for a support in a wave 2, which will give us a really good reward to risk ratio. I mean, the good news is now we are very deep in support. So even here, the reward to risk ratio is now probably quite attractive for a potential 5th wave trade. It's just not a reliable setup. Trading a 5th wave and a 4th wave is tricky. Talked about it yesterday in the member live stream. Anybody who didn't, any member, who didn't watch it, I would recommend checking it out. Basically, I did show you a strategic approach how to trade a 4th wave. Okay, and with the sequence of trading a 4th wave, you probably could have made some money here. Obviously, this time frame here is only something for intraday traders, but you can apply that to any 4th and 5th wave. Nevertheless, trading a 4th wave and a 5th wave is much more difficult than just scaling into a wave 2 support to trade a 3rd wave, because that gives you a much better reward to risk ratio, and it just is the much more attractive trade, also from a probabilities point of view, because you have a really good viewpoint that and idea that a low basically has been made. So that's really helpful. Yeah, but at the moment, what I'm watching for here is still the $21.60 level. The size and the length of this wave 4 is healthy. Doesn't need to get any longer. It's now basically a week. The same length as the wave 2. That's basically what we wanted. It is broken below the support level, the trend channel. As I said in yesterday's video, it's not a very reliable channel. Okay, basically what you do, you take the tops of waves 1 and 3, connect them, draw a parallel line at the start of wave 3. Sometimes it gives you a completion point for wave 4, but the price didn't respect it. So it's not super reliable, but it's something to watch for. Can take it out now because the market didn't respect it. But yeah, overall, I mean, what's this now? This could be this could be a small bull flag still. Basically, we can draw a trend line here and then we get sort of this parallel channel. What I will do though, I don't want to have it in red. We'll just give it here dashed lines just to indicate that there is something there that might be worth watching. But in the end, even more analysis doesn't give you any more clarity. It really comes down to, do we hold $21.60? So any break below that will make any further upside very unreliable. Okay, will make it very much more risky to trade it still on the long side if we break below that magical level. And I'm not talking about $21.62 or something. I'm talking about a sustained break below that level. Now, some of you might ask, okay, what is a sustained break? Now, that's, to be fair, a bit of a subjective term, but that is because the markets are just not certain. Okay, there is no certainty in markets. So with our terminology and language, we have to make sure that we reflect kind of the uncertainty in markets. So nevertheless, what we don't want to see in this scenario, where a 5th wave to the upside is still possible, is a break below support, consolidation below the 50% fib level. That would rather confirm downside continuation. We also don't want to see this breakdown recovery. Then it has a chance, but if it then breaks below the last low, that's not good, and that I would call that a sustained break. So yeah, I mean, at the moment it could still move up. It has basically hit the trend line of this newly drawn trend channel. What can I say? I mean, it now needs to break out of the corrective price channel. It seems to have turned into a corrective price channel. It needs to break to the upside of that channel, and the $21.60 level is support. $25.50 remains key resistance. And it might be in the process of completing here a WXY structure. In the Y wave, we have an A be, and the C wave might be finished, might get another low, but below $21.60, I have to assume that the Solana bulls were failing and failed to create a fifth wave. But at the moment, there's still a chance, and the wave count remains the white wave count remains the primary scenario until basically the $21.60 level fails. What happens then? Well, I mean, that wouldn't be good, right? If we break below $21.60, we would have to assume, I would have to assume that the move down is a wave 1, the move up is a wave 2, and we are going to come down in a wave 3. That would be quite bearish looking at the size of it. I do not consider it really anymore a WXYXZ pattern, even though I cannot rule that out, but it would be less likely due to the size of this rally. So really a 1-2 setup is actually probably the most reliable wave count. And in a 1-2, it reacted to the 50% retracement level here. So, we'll see. Let's first see if we can hold $21.60. That's definitely the level we need to be watching today. That's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. As a channel member, you get access to the weekly live streams, Discord and Telegram access, and Gold members get access to short-term market updates. We also launched our stocks and S&P 500 service last week. If you're interested in daily S&P videos and updates, plus selected stocks every day, then yeah, check that out. You can find the links in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.